Hello, hello. It's meteorologist Brad Maushart here from the Fox 19 First Alert Streaming Center on the gloomiest of Tuesdays, the Tuesdayest of Tuesdays. Just a nasty day outside. Hopefully you got to get out there and enjoy our 4-day stretch there through Memorial Day weekend of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday, Memorial Day proper. It was a really nice, really nice stretch out there. Temperatures were nice. Today is just not. You're going to get one of those from time to time. That's just how it works. Let's talk a little something different, kind of tied into today. Our weather number today is 7. That is not the number of inches of rain we've seen the last 2 weeks, so it seems like it might be that. 7 being the number of 80-degree days we've seen so far this year, and I know it seems like maybe we haven't even seen that many. Feels like that might be a little on the high side with how cool and gloomy it's been just today. Normally, we have seen that many so far. Normally we should have seen about 11 by now, so a few more, not too far off the average. Average per year, this one kind of surprised me. I knew we saw a few, but I did not know we saw on average. This is the 30-year average. Actually, this might be the all-time average. They were both pretty similar. It was somewhere between like 105 and 108, either way. 30-year all-time average is 108 80-degree days here in Cincinnati per year. We are not anywhere close to it outside today. Look at this. Just all socked in out there. It's drizzly, it's dreary, it's gray, and on top of that, we started the day at 58 degrees. It's now 59. We are up 1 whole degree from the sunrise this morning. Not great outside. Northeast wind helping to keep temperatures down, and it's just nasty out there right now. Visibility down just a smidge. But overall, I mean, the one place that we're up to 61 degrees is Middletown, and that's because they haven't seen any rainfall up that way. This is, by the way, going to be another kind of abbreviated, I think, version of the stream today. I've been here since like 1 in the morning, so it's coming on 11 hours here. Filling in. Catherine enjoying a sweet vacation. Good for her. Hopefully she's having a good time. So tomorrow I go back to my normal shift, and we'll be on here a little bit longer when I can sleep. You can see the areas that have seen some sunshine. Off there to the west, about 10 degrees warmer. Bloomington 68, 64 in Evansville. Still not close to normal for this time of the year, but they've seen just a few more peaks of sunshine. You could see it there showing up in the clouds just off to the west there in the I-69 corridor, stretching from Indy back down to Evansville. A few more peaks of black there. That's that clear sky trying to sneak on in. Bigger view of what's going on across the Ohio Valley. We have this just big, lousy low. This is going to wreak havoc in the deep south today. They're going to see a good chance for some tornadoes, good chance for some severe weather where it's a little bit warmer. They're on the warm side of things. We are just on the cold, dreary, and drizzly side. No severe weather. That's the good news. But it's not a great Tuesday either. I guess we'll take it. Get some of the indoor chores taken care of today if you can, some laundry, whatever you want to do. Here's us working our way through the next couple of hours. Most of the heavy rainfall at this point is going to sweep on off to the east. We're going to start to dry back out in our westernmost communities in the afternoon hours. A few lingering bits of drizzle, some light rain. Not out of the question, but I think most of us are dry. It's going to be more mist than hit anyway through this evening and into early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, not as widespread as what we saw outside for the morning drive this morning. Well, we kind of lucked out on that. But we could see a few storms in there. I'm going to stop this real quick. I'm going to go back. And I'll show you what this is the latest run of what we call, this model's called the HRRR. It's been really good this spring with all our severe weather episodes. And it's picking up on a chance early tomorrow morning between about 8 to 11 here in our easternmost communities to see a few storms. Still nothing severe. I don't want you to be alerted about that, but could see some heavier downpours in just a few areas tomorrow morning, a few rumbles of thunder. But that is it. Through the afternoon, the rain chances are still there. We could still certainly see some showers, some sprinkles, a downpour. But it looks like with the latest run of this model that came in just a few hours ago that this is going to be, an early morning, potentially a lightning threat. And then nothing more for the evening. That's good news because at 7:30, FC Cincinnati's playing. They got a match at home, a midweek match against Dallas. Lucho back in town. Get to go check that out. It's also Star Wars night. And with any luck, most of that lightning, like I said, the rain and strong storm threat will be out of here by midday. Might have a sprinkle or two. They have a roof there unless you're sitting in the front row. You should be in good shape with that. Maybe just one little round of showers trying to dive on through. This particular model, again, takes it in between about 8 to 9. We'll keep an eye on that for the game tomorrow. But I'm reassured with some of these later model runs we're not going to have any major issues from that. Total rainfall, not a ton either. Off to the east, That's where the flooding threat was going to be ramping up today. Outside of the area, West Virginia, eastern Kentucky, especially given the topography in that area. But for the most part, it looks, pretty good for us. About a tenth of an inch, maybe more of rainfall to go. What we're going to see both the rest of the day today and tomorrow, and then that's it. So not a ton for us. That's good news. Just a dreary day. Just temperatures low to mid-60s at best. Not a really good day to be outside, but it's not going to hurt you to be out there either. If you like things like this, these cooler temperatures, like more fall-like, early spring-like air, enjoy it, because we have big changes on the way at the end of this forecast, and tomorrow is kind of the start of it. It was all going to go up from here pretty much. 72 tomorrow. I know there's a storm icon on there. Yes, we could see some storms, like I said, morning hours about 10, 11, 12 o'clock, and then we're drying back out a little bit, and with some peaks of sunshine, will be much warmer than today. In some spots, maybe 10 degrees warmer. If you're heading out to that match we talked about, Dallas in town, I did not change that. I've been running that all morning. This is how much sleep I don't have. It is Dallas. The icon is right. The text is wrong. Pointing out my own mistakes. They're playing Dallas tomorrow, 7:30. It's a Wednesday kick, and it's going to be perfect outside. Give it about 3 weeks. We're all going to be complaining about how hot it is. Just enjoy the free AC that I'm trying to give you. I'm trying to give you a break on the energy bills out there. Look what happens. This is how quickly it's going to turn around for us. A lot of people always say we don't have the spring here. It just goes right from winter right into summer. We've had a really nice stretch here. We've had our ups and downs temperature-wise, but we've had some cool stretches, comfortable stretches, 70s. We do see some, but typically it feels like we don't have a long stretch like this where almost all of May has felt like this. It's changing next week. Here come the 80s. Everybody get your complaining pants on. Here we go. 80 degrees outside Monday, 81 Tuesday. The humidity going to be on the rise too, so things are changing out here. We're going to way back towards the end of next week, or the end of this weekend, early next week. 67, just a lousy day today, a little breezy at times too. That's just, the icing on the cake there. 72 outside for Wednesday. Spotty storms, mostly early. We could see some stray showers late, but the storm aspect is going to be, looks like, again, earlier rather than later, which is good for that FC Cincinnati match. Slim chance Thursday. Thursday's our next driest day. Get out there and enjoy your Thursday. Looks like a really nice day. That PM chance, that's really late. That's after sunset in most cases, and that's ahead of the Friday system. Friday, more scattered storms roll through. Some spots could pick up another quarter-inch, half-inch of rain from that. In the isolated spots, many areas will be seeing less than that. And those showers will try to linger into early Saturday. Now, here's the good news. Mother Nature, timing has been spectacular lately. We've had 3 weekends. This is, I think, the third weekend in a row coming up that we are not going to see much rainfall. Maybe a few showers early Saturday, but we're clearing back out for the afternoon. Temperatures, perfect. 74 outside, a nice comfy 74 on Sunday. It's not like perfect pool weather, but it's not bad. It's better than what we saw outside with the cool temperatures this past weekend, and especially what we're seeing outside today. But look at next week. Here comes Monday, 80 degrees. Reds are back in town. They have a 3-game stretch. I think it's Milwaukee. I had it written down. I did not bring that with me. 3-game stretch there, and then they have another one, I think, with Arizona or somebody later in the week with a game off. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, on Thursday. So they'll have the Friday to Sunday series then too. So 6 out of the 7 days they'll be here in town, and it looks like baseball weather. We're back in the 80s out there for next week. So big warm up. If anybody's just tuning in, we're talking about how miserable it is outside. It's not bad. If you're a person that likes the cool air, I like the comfy temperatures. I'd rather do that. Wear some jeans and a rain jacket and just enjoy it rather than be sweating all the time. This rain is, let me hop over to the radar and I'll show you what we're dealing with. We'll see if there's any comments out there, complaints, suggestions. It's a quiet day on Facebook. It's dangerous. It's dangerous when you don't have any people complaining about anything. Appreciate that, though. You can see here most of the heaviest rainfall from this is still off to our southeast. Lewis County seeing some of that. Some areas down there could pick up a half-inch of rain today. The rest of us, it's just all this moisture is just running into dry air. The storm system's running into dry air across the area. Everything just is falling apart, which is great. Last little waves of, kind of what I would call more of a downpour situation. We're not even seeing any yellow on the DBZs showing up here on the radar. A little bit more intense rainfall than what we've been seeing in terms of drizzle, like one step above drizzle. That's pushing in here from the west, from Dearborn County back through Switzerland County. Coming kind of in a different direction there. You can see most of the rain today has been kind of due south to north. We're seeing this rain kind of pushing in more from the southwest. We do have one comment here. What do we got here? Bad news, Brad. What is the weather like around 3 o'clock today? You're going to be picking up somebody. Nice. Well, Tanya, nice seeing you. I mean, not really seeing you. It's nice hearing from you. 3 o'clock today. Let me hop back to the old trusty HRRR weather model, and I'll show you exactly what we're going to be dealing with. By 3 o'clock, most of this heaviest rain is going to be pushing off to the east. So here's over the next couple of hours, 1, 2, 3 o'clock. So any kind of thunder, lightning, heavy rainfall will be off into central Ohio. Most areas around and west of downtown, outside of the drizzle and just the gloomy conditions, most areas here around and west of town will be drying out, and then it's just going to be through the 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock hour. We're going to hang on just a few more lingering light showers. So I know it looks busy on the screen. This model kind of overdoes it a little bit. This is more so going to be that drizzly, dreary, low-hanging cloud cover more than anything by later on tonight. But by 3 o'clock, still going to run the chance for some showers outside. But nothing crazy. I mean, this is just one of those days. It's not very exciting for anybody. It just looks awful out there. I mean, you can just see it behind me. You can see some of those showers pushing through right now over at Paycor Stadium. You can see Covington, which is a plus, from this camera, but it means it's not too bad. It's just light rain, dreary, drizzly, and it slows things down. Really just nuisance rainfall that we're dealing with today and for the day tomorrow. No severe storms outside. We have no severe weather in the forecast, for a while. So we're all in good shape there. Was pointing this out a little earlier. The temperature trend, though, this is not the right thing. I'm loading up the wrong thing. Hold that thought. Different bar graph. Let's hop to my other bar graph. How about this bar graph? Look at that. If you want pool weather, you want to get that outside weather, you want to get sweaty when you're getting outside and doing the yard work instead of being comfortable, that's up to you. That's a personal choice of yours. Monday, 81 degrees, I should say Tuesday. Monday is 80, so the 80s. And this looks like we're going to hang around the 80s for a while. I am just going to load this up. Ignore the text on here because I have not adjusted it yet. Hey, it kind of works anyway, as long as it zooms in fast. Well above normal temperatures are still expected the next 8 to 14 days, days 8 to 14. So that's June the 4th to June the 10th. This is from the Climate Prediction Center. They give you kind of an extended outlook of what you can expect temperature-wise. Now, our average temperature this time of the year, by the time we hit the end of May, about 78 degrees. And they're saying there's a very good likelihood that between that, days 8 to 14, we're going to see temperatures above that. So that would put us in the 80-degree range. And just looking back at my forecast that I have made, you can see where that string of 80-degree heat begins. Will it stick around forever? We'll see. As I mentioned at the top of the recording here, top of the show, we see 108 80-degree days a year. We're up to 7. So Monday and Tuesday is 8 and 9. We'll see what happens. I don't know if we'll see 100 straight. We'll see. And maybe I'll look up that record and see how long the longest stretch of 80-degree plus heat is in Cincinnati. I'm sure it's something outrageous. And I'm sure it was set before I was born, because that just seems like a lot of the heat records, a lot of them, the older heat records are some of the crazier ones. Let's see. No other questions there. That's good. I have no questions at all over here. Also good. And in that case, I'm going to leave because it is lunchtime for me. I'm a little hungry. So if anybody ever has any questions, please reach out to me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, which is now X, whatever the cool kids are calling it. More than happy to answer those for you. I'm going to throw the 7-day up here again, just a little bit here at the end. Hopefully, we can clear out a little bit, see some sunshine again for our Wednesday. You're not going to see much of it today, unfortunately. A lot of gloom. It's just one of those days where we're going to see a lot of that. So be prepared for that. Not too much free vitamin D. We had 4 days. Don't say I never gave you anything. It was a really nice weekend. If you're heading back today to work, school, just gloomy gray. Tomorrow, scattered storms outside. The storm aspect, I think early in the morning, I do think we are lightning free in the evening. We'll keep a very close eye on that because, of course, FC Cincinnati in town. Thursday is our next driest day. Friday, we continue to slowly creep up temperature-wise. We're hanging around the low 70s through the end of the week, but our next best chance of storms will keep those temperatures down just a degree or two on Friday. But that rain is out of here early Saturday morning. The rest of your weekend upcoming looks really, really nice. Mild on Sunday. Make some outdoor plans this weekend. Get out there and enjoy it. And if not, maybe call in sick on Monday. Look at that. 80 degrees above normal temperatures as the Reds are back in town. Get out there, enjoy some sunshine. When it pops back out today, hide inside from all that rain. Thanks, everybody.